So after a long time I'm going to upload one video, because of some reason or the other I was not able to upload videos, but don't mind, I'm going to upload videos now, from now onwards, continuously and without any break. So today our company code was TA01, right? And up to number ranges and document type we have already done. So today I'm going to teach you field status variant, right? So what is field status variant? So first of all, we will follow the path. We will go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG. After that, financial accounting, financial accounting. So this is financial accounting, financial accounting, global settings, and then we will go to documents, documents, line item, and then we will go to controls, and here we can see define field status variant. So first of all, I would like to tell you what field status variant is. So variant, what is variant? I have already uploaded one video, and in that video I have given you the definition of variant, but even then I'm just giving you a brief definition of variant also. So what is variant? Variant is a I mean variant is a name, any name you can use, under which we save some datas, and these datas under this particular name we can save these datas under a particular name again and again in future. So this is called a variant, right? So here field status variant, variant I have made clear what is variant. Now what are the datas which are saved under this variant? So this is quite obvious from the name itself, that in the name of data there are fields, some field status, or there are some fields which are going to be saved under this variant, right? So that is why the name is field status variant. So now again the question arises, what are these fields, right? What is this field status, right? So what is this field status? Actually, field status is a group of fields which we require to attach to different GL account at the time of making their master data, right? When at the time we make master data of different general ledger account, so at this time we are required to attach a group of field to each and every general ledger account, right? So this is a group of fields, right? Now what are these fields? What is the use of these fields? Like, why we attach these fields, different fields, at the time of making master data, at the time of making master data of different kinds of general ledger accounts, right? This is the question. Now these fields appear at the time when we post any transactions in these general ledger accounts, right? So I'm going to show you also. These fields appear at the time of posting transactions, or you can also say when we post transactions, then these fields appear in general ledger accounts. So I'm going to show you also. First of all, I would like to show you how you will create field status variant. So here you can see we will copy the standard 1000. We will copy this standard and we will copy, and here we can give any name. Suppose we the name of our company code is TA01, so we can write TA01, we can give TA01. Just, it's not necessary like the name of our company code is TA01, then we have to write TA01 itself. No, this is not important. Like, you can give any name according to your requirement, according to your wishes. So just in order to remember, we should give TA01, or I'm going to give the name here TA01 to field status variant TA01, and here also you could change it like field status variant for TA. Okay, it's not taking. Okay, it's not taking. So we can do TA 01. So the name is TA01, and description also we should give field status TA01. So we should now we will press enter, and here in front of your screen you can see copy all. That means we have taken the standard field status from ACP itself or from the system itself, that is 1000, and we have to copy all the fields under this field status, right? So we will copy all the fields of 1000 field status, that is standard from ACP itself, and we are going to copy all these field status, all these fields in our company code. So we will copy all. So number of dependent entries copied 47. So here we will, okay. So see here TA01 field status variant. Now we can see, first of all let me save it. So it has been saved. Now we can see how many fields or how many groups have been saved under this field status variant. So select this TA01 and go to this field status group. See, so many group of fields, so many groups of fields have been saved under this company code or under this field status variant, that is TA01. And now these are groups. See here, field status group. Now under these groups there are different fields, there are number of fields, right? And these fields appear at the time of posting transaction in general ledger account. So we should go to, suppose we are going to this group of fields, double click on that. See, these are all fields, these are all fields, these are all fields. Now what is this suppress, required entry and optional entry? So now the question arises, what are these? So at the time of posting transactions, as I have so far told you, that these fields appear at the time of posting transactions. Now with the help of this field status variant which we have just now created, field status variant TA01, through the help of this field status variant we can control these fields. We can keep these fields either suppressed or required entry or optional entry at the time of posting transactions, right? So how we can do this? We can do this with the help of field status variant, that is TA01. So anytime, suppose see, this is our I'm going to show you. Now I have shown you the path. Let me go with the help of transaction code also. So OBC4, the transaction code is OBC4. See, the same thing has come. Now our company, our field status variant is TA01. Select it and go to field status groups. Now suppose we have to change something, or we have to control some fields, like we want to make some fields as required fields, or we want to make some fields as optional fields, or we want to make some fields as displayed only. Then we can go to this G001. Suppose we go to this general field. Suppose these are suppressed fields. Suppressed means at the time of posting transactions these fields will be suppressed, like these fields will not appear at the time of posting transactions in general ledger, right? Now suppose we make this invoice reference required field. Now suppose as we make this invoice reference as required field, that means at the time of posting transactions in general ledger account, this field will be this field will appear as required field, right? That means we cannot go further without filling that field, without putting data or without putting any input data into this field. We cannot go further, we cannot work further, right? Suppressed I have already told you. Now optional field, suppose we make it optional. That means it doesn't make any difference whether you put any data into this field or you don't. It depends on you. It will let you go ahead, it will let you work ahead, it will not stop you from working. So these are the I mean this is the difference between these between these three fields, between these three entries, right? Suppose text we make optional entry. Suppose text, so I'm going to show you one entry in another company code, because in this company code we have not still finished our basic settings, so I'm unable to post any transaction in this company code. So I have got another company code also. So in that company code I'm going to show you the real effect of all this, whatever I have told you right now. So suppose this is an optional entry, so this is for field status variant TA01, right? So save it, let it be as it is, because we cannot do anything in this company code right now as we don't have the required basic settings. So I'm going to show you in another company code, right? Now we have already created our field status variant. Now we have to assign this field status variant with our company code. So this TA01 is not a company code, is not a company code. Yes, this TA01 is the name of field status variant. Now this field status variant, which is again TA01, we have to assign this field status variant to our company code. So once again we will have to go to the path SPRO. So I am going to tell you the transaction code as well, that is OBC5. Field status variant, the transaction code is OBC4, and for assignment of these field status variant with the company code, is the transaction code is OBC5. So same path, financial accounting, global settings, documents, line item, controls. See here, define field status variant and then assign company code to field status variant. So we have to go to this. So we will go to position, we will find our company code, that is TA01. See here, field status variant is, so we can find from this drop down button also. See our company code, our field status variant is TA01. So we will save it. Okay, So this is done, field status variant, the creation of field status variant and the assignment of field status variant with the company code. So in my next video I'm going to show you the table of field status variant, right? But in today's video itself I'm going to show you the real effects of field status variant. Fine. So let me post one transaction. So I'm going to show you the real effects of this field status variant. So first of all, I am going to my company code TC01, that is another company code I have created just for showing purposes, right? So let me show you the GL accounts first. FS00. So this is the general ledger accounts under the company code TC01. So let me show you this direct expense. This is labor. Labor is a general ledger account, and in which, see here, see this is the field status group. See, field status group. So this is the master data of general ledger account, labor account. Okay, this is the whole master data of a general ledger account, which is labor account. See, I will show you the description also. See, labor account. This is a direct expense. This is the control data of this labor account. This is the control data, and this is another tab, and in this tab we can see field status group is G001. Now I have told you that this is a group of fields, right? Under G001 there are a number of groups. So I'm going to show you what are, under this G001, under this group there are number of fields to show. So I'm going to show you that first. OBC4. I have told you that OBC4 is the transaction code. Now we will select TC01 and then we will go to the field status groups. Now see, this is G001. This group has been used at the time of making that general ledger account of labor account, right? So here we can see, suppose we go to general data, see here, text is optional entry, right? Text is here optional entry. So I'm going to post one transaction and we will see the real effect of that transaction. Text data. So I'm particularly, just for an example, I'm taking an example of text data, text field. FB50 is a transaction code in which you can post any transaction related with, you can post any journal ledger. So document date, any document date you can take 15, and here INR and GL account. I'm going to take that same labor account. You can write like this also, or you can select from the drop down button. So from here we are going to select this labor account, right? Now this is debit entry, and this is suppose we take bank account, and this is credit, and here we are taking 3000, and here also we can take star. See, value date, we have to take value date. Where is value date? Date. See, it's not stopping us from going ahead. see the text field, I have not written anything. See, this is our text and it's not stopping us, right? So it's not like it's an optional field here, right? See, this is labor account 1,01,000, and in this labor account we have used general field status group, that is G001, and in G001 there are different fields. In those fields I have shown you the text field is optional. That's why here it is not, you know, stopping us, or it's not like hindering our path, and we can go ahead and simulate or save this document. Simulate. See, so we can save here and the document will be saved, but I am not going to save it right now because I have to show you the effect, right? So I am coming out. Okay, now once again I will go to this OBC4 and TC01 field status group and G001 general data, and here text field I am going to make it a required entry and save it. Now you will see the effect. Now this under G001 you can see once again the text field is a required entry. Now if we don't write anything in the text field, then that system will stop us from going ahead. I am going to show you that also. Once again we will come to FB50. Same thing. Value field, value date is always compulsory. Okay, now enter. Now see here, an entry is required in item text field for account 1,01,000. Why this is showing this error? Because in OBC4 we have made the text field as required field. Now I hope you have understood this concept. See, if suppose we write anything, suppose we write journal entry, right? See, now it will let us simulate and save. Okay, now once again I'm going to show you one more thing. See here, after value date the text field is before us, right? So let me make that field suppress. Now OBC4, this text field I'm going to suppress. Now what happens we will see. See, this field text field is suppressed now. You cannot write anything here. See, I am trying to type anything, but I cannot type anything because this field has become suppressed. So I hope this video, you will find this video very useful to you, because I have shown you all the three types of three types of things in which you can either keep your field suppressed or displayed, or displayed only, or required field or optional field, right? So suppressed and displayed is the same thing, because suppressed means it is suppressed, it will display, everything will be displayed. See here, text field is displayed, but you are unable to write anything here. So suppressed and displayed, both of them are the same thing. So I have shown you how to control these fields as being suppressed, either suppressed or displayed or optional or required entry, right? And that too, we are doing all these things with the help of field status variant, that is OBC4. So from where we are controlling all these? We are controlling from we are controlling all these things with the help of field status variant. See, this is field status variant, and we can select from here and we can go to the field status group, and from here we can do all the settings and all the control we can do from this place, right? So I hope you will find my videos very much helpful to you. So if you like my ways of teaching, my ways of explanation, then please subscribe to my channel, and if you're new, please subscribe to my channel, and please like my videos, and also you can comment. If you have got any query, then you can send me your queries right in the comment box, and I will try my best to solve all your queries. Okay, so in the next video I will appear before you with the table of this field status group or field status variant. Till then, bye bye.